back to my channel, Liam's Tech Corner. Sorry about that, just trying to stay hydrated with my new 22-ounce LTC insulated water bottle. You can get this, a t-shirt, and more on my website at liamstechcorner.com. If you watched my last video, you saw that I unboxed all the components needed to build a PC for my little brother's 6th birthday. Well, with the help of my new Fix-It toolkit, it's finally time to build it. My goal is to try completing this build all on my own. But my dad is here on the sidelines just in case I have any issues. Now let's get down to business and see if I can actually build this thing and get it running. So the first thing you do is you take out your power supply and plug it into a grounded outlet. We already have ours plugged in. Then take your anti-static wrist band and clip it anywhere on the power supply. Okay. I think it does it and it doesn't do it. Okay. I'm going to put mine on my ankle and stand my wrist so that stays out of the way. Okay. Now for the motherboard, we're going to do our build on this rubber mat that will act as an insulator. If you don't have one available, you can use the motherboard box and build on top of it. Now we're going to take our CPU over here. And we're going to look for the little triangle in the corner. Oh. I would line up put on now the little train and glue it on the CPU socket. And boom. Then depress the retention and to unlock it and let it up. Then fold it toward the top of the motherboard. Oh. It's kind of hard. Now fold back the CPU contact frame. Now we'll check your triangle alignment on the CPU one more time and then place the CPU into the socket. Lower the contact frame back on top of the CPU, then fold down your tension arm and lock it back into place. To do this, the plastic CPU socket cover will come loose. That's supposed to happen. Now that the stressful part is done, next on the list is installing our M.2 SSD. First, you'll unscrew the SSD heat spreader. Oh, that was easy. With this bit. On this motherboard, there are 3 M.2 slots, 2 covered and 1 uncovered. Generally, the M.2 slot closest to the CPU is connected directly to the CPU and offers the fastest speeds. And that's the one we will be using today. Always check your motherboard's manual, as this slot can sometimes interfere with your GPU speeds. We won't have that problem with this motherboard because the M.2 slot and PCIe slot do not share PCIe lanes. Look at the end of your SSD and line the notch up with the notch in the M.2 socket. Oh. The notch. Check the other end opposite the M.2 slot and make sure there's a standoff in the motherboard to hold up the SSD. And there is. Some M.2 slots have them pre-installed like this one. Others you will have to install the standoff from your accessory packet. Like our other M.2 slot out the bottom of this motherboard. With your notch lined up, insert the contact end of the SSD at a 45-degree angle. Make sure to peel off the plastic liner over the thermal pad and on the underside of the SSD heat spreader. Okay. But the thing is, mine's already peeled off. For this spot on the motherboard, the heat spreader will also be the retention screw for the SSD. Place our heat spreader on top of the SSD and line up the screw holes. Then, with a small screwdriver, tighten the screws to snug, but be careful not to over-tighten them.
Other way.
Next, we're going to get our RAM installed. Once again, we went with Corsair. It's a 32GB kit that runs at 4,800 megatransfers per second. Now we're going to open our locks on the motherboard for the sites that we want to use. To get our fastest speeds while making the best use of the motherboard's architecture, we're going to run in dual channel mode by using the lasing slots A2 and B2. And kinda like we did with the SSD, we're going to line up the notch in the RAM with the notch on the motherboard and push it in using equal pressure at both ends until we hear it into place. Next up is the CPU cooler. We've taken the back plate and taped it to the back of the motherboard so that it doesn't fall out. Now it's time to apply the thermal paste to the top of our CPU. A pea-sized blob right in the middle should do the trick.
Good. Touch it. Good.
Then we'll line up our CPU cooler with the screw holes in our motherboard where the backplate is sticking through, making sure that the logo is not facing upside down. Now we're gonna alakazam some movie magic into the video and speed things up a bit. And that's everything for the motherboard. In the interest of keeping the video length short enough to keep everyone's attention, we're going to go ahead and end it here. Be sure to like that slam button and subscribe so you don't miss out on our final video, where we will mount the motherboard into the case, install a GPU, power supply, and all of our fans. And then finally, we'll do our big reveal for my little brother. As always, thanks for watching Liam's Tech Corner. I'll see you next time.